What's up, YouTube? We just gonna get right into this video. Pretty much, we is talking about KSI, I guess, getting humble. Been a minute. I actually haven't really heard nobody really humble KSI, but we're finna get into that.
KSI is getting absolutely cooked right now. So KSI has just pulled out of his fight with Dillon Danis. You know, the guy who, instead of fighting on stage, was doing some sort of ancient mating ritual with Logan Paul. And basically KSI put out a video on Twitter where he claims to be sick, and that's why he's not going to be fighting. And basically people have responded to this video just clowning on him, and he's been absolutely losing his mind on Twitter, melting down, beefing with people who are not even actually trying to diss him or anything like that. He's also just arguing with his opponent Dillon Danis, which is very productive, obviously, beefing with the literal #1 troll. So we'll be checking out all of that, starting with KSI's pullout video. That sounded very wrong.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna try and make this quick. Me versus Danis. It's just not gonna happen March 29th, man. I've tried my hardest, but my body has legit just given up. I'm currently in bed, taking antibiotics, trying to recover, but I'm struggling. I'm coughing up greenish yellow shit all the time. My sinuses are hurting to the point where I need ibuprofen every day. The tension headaches right here that I'm getting are more
Excuses. All it sound like is excuses.
Painful than you can imagine. I'm using Sudafed daily. I've tried sparring and training and my body just feels weak. My stamina is just falling off a cliff. I can't even taste right now or smell. Basically, I've been ill for almost 3 weeks and it's just not got better. You know, I've had doctors come around to try and decipher what is going on. And honestly, I've never been this ill for this long in my life and I hate it. I feel useless and it's depressing.
Okay, so that's basically his announcement. He says that he's sick and he probably just has a flu or something and that's why he doesn't want to fight. Now, whether or not you actually believe that he's sick, that is a separate story. Personally, I'm inclined to believe him here just from his voice. Maybe he faked it or whatever, I don't know. I think he probably is actually sick because I don't think anyone is actually scared of Dillon Danis, right? After his Logan Paul fight, there would be no reason to fake being sick or something like that. But the thing is, people don't actually care. People are sick of KSI's massive ego because what did KSI do when his opponent pulled out? When Alex Wasabi pulled out or when Dillon Danis pulled out in the past, KSI relentlessly made fun of them. He humiliated them and he claimed that they were lying about whatever issue they had, and basically he paraded around like an insufferable D-bag, and the internet is basically just returning the favor now, just clowning on KSI. And this is kind of what happens when your ego is the size of Jupiter and you just lack empathy for other people. The tables eventually turn because, you know, it turns out he's not actually a god. You know, human beings are tables. Eventually your ego is...
I like how they did his forehead like that, because without that damn vendetta, bro, his forehead big as mud.
The size of Jupiter and you just lack empathy for other people. The tables eventually turn because, you know, it turns out he's not actually a god. You know, human beings are not gods. We do have problems every now and then something like this happens and you get exactly what you deserve, because on the flip side, you would be making a video laughing at Dillon or Alex if they pulled out for any reason, even if it was legit, because he's known to be a scumbag.
I feel like I've let so many people down. I haven't been able to post any YouTube videos to help promote the fight because I've just been feeling so shit. I'm just sick of being sick, man. And yeah, I'm sorry. I wanna move the fight to another day because, you know, I still want to knock out Dillon Danis. And yeah, I didn't train this hard for nothing. Either way, I want to say sorry to everyone at Misfits, everyone at The Zone. I want to say sorry to the Sidemen for not being in as many videos as I'd like to be. And most importantly, I want to say sorry to the fans.
JJ, I like and respect to you, but having the cough is no excuse to pull out. You played in the Sidemen charity match, sung at halftime, and all the interviews and videos you sounded fine. What's really going on? Okay, so some people on Twitter were saying that he's faking it because he had the Sidemen charity football match 2 weeks ago, and over here in this video, he claims that he's been sick for 3 weeks. So people are saying that the timeline doesn't match up, but apparently he was also sick during the football match. So I don't know. I don't know the truth. Obviously, I'm not his mom here. I'm not his mucal cavities or whatever the hell. I just know that he's a complete egomaniac and nobody's going to feel sorry for him. Bro, it's 8 days away. He got time to recover from a cold, surely. Yeah, so personally, I've never had a cold like this. He even says, like, this is, like, the worst thing he's ever had. For me, if I have a cold or something, it usually goes away in, like, a couple days, maybe maximum, like, a week. And then if it's, like, really bad, then you'll have, like, maybe, like, a blocked nose for, like, 2 weeks or something like that. But you can still do a lot of things. But basically, after, like, 3 or 4 days, you have all your energy back, right? So I don't know what kind of monster illness he's got here, but yeah. Wishing you speedy recovery. And then we got whatever the hell this is. You're a hypocrite. You trash-talked Alex and Dylan for pulling out. At least apologize to Alex Wasabi for calling him Pusabi, because this is your second pullout. You told Dylan not to pull out, but you did. I understand that he's ill, but he didn't care about Alex's concussion. This is what I'm saying. Like, he had absolutely no empathy for Alex, who was nothing but nice to him, and yeah, now people are going to clown on you. After you clowned Dylan for pulling out of the first fight because his dad died. Hypocritical. Now, somebody said y'all owe Alex Wasabi a huge apology, and I'm saying y'all because I didn't make fun of him for pulling out, and Alex Wasabi responding, not necessary. Colds are formidable foes, hoping for a speedy recovery. Like, Alex is just such a nice guy. He's like hard to hate, honestly. This is the complete opposite of how KSI responded when Alex had to pull out. So this is just complete class from Alex here. All class as always. They saying you deserve an apology for getting shit on. You don't always have to be this nice. You're the bigger man for sure. Alex is more mature than LSI, even though he looks like a 19-year-old. KSI lost his sniffles. Absolute melt. Now after this, KSI, instead of, you know, resting and recovering for his fight because he's literally sick, he decides to spend all day on Twitter beefing with random people who are not even trying to be mean to him. Then we got a sports commentator called Wade saying, also for all the shit that was talked about Dylan Dennis pulling out of this fight, credit where it is due, he was going to show up. This event was being carried promo-wise by him, and I get that KSI is sick, but I gotta give Dylan some credit here. He was ready to go. And then KSI quote tweets this and loses his mind. Shut the frick up, you annoying waste of oxygen. Surely your knees must hurt so much at this point from sucking off Jake Paul and his team all the freaking time. Give it a rest. Oh my god. I think you need to also give it a rest, man. You're sick. You think I want to be in this situation? What the hell is wrong with you? Very disrespectful for the people who have paid for hotels and other travel costs that are non-refundable. I get they're annoyed of being sick, but is this really necessary? So what I saw from Wade's tweet there was that he was giving Dylan props or whatever, which I don't think he deserves anyways, but he did not say anything negative to KSI at all. So why is Megamind losing his mind here? Like, I don't understand. Like, bro just needs to beef with everybody. I mean, we all remember the 3-month-long Dan TDM beef when he barely said anything to him, you know? So Wade responded again, Lamau, you never really learn, do you? Always so emotional, you can't even be bothered to read. No one said you wanted this. As a matter of fact, this tweet had nothing to do with you. Exactly. I'm like, why is he so mad? I'm giving Dylan his credit for doing his job and being locked into this fight. Okay, this part I don't agree with. I think Dylan was just gonna mess around again because let's be honest, he wasn't actually trying to do a real fight. But also KSI is a clown for even accepting this fight in the first place when the spread eagle is what he did with Logan last time. Like, both of them are clowns. No idea what Jake had to do with this, but today was the wrong day to play that card. The only person wasting oxygen here is you, pal. Slap another nasal strip on and give it a rest like you should have weeks ago. Maybe then you'd be fighting this week. Oh my god, he's getting bodied. He should just remove the last 5 letters. We got legacy and then, oh, it's just L. It's just... KSI sneezed 3 times this morning and decided to pull out. Okay, if you don't get that reference, that's what Logan said when he fought. He's like, oh, I sneezed 3 times this morning, I couldn't fight.
I will beat KSI 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times. I woke up today, you know what the first thing I did was?
Sneezed.
So it turns out they are canceling the entire event because I guess KSI is like the main attraction there. Damn, they're canceling the whole event. Misfits Boxing, due to an illness to KSI, Misfits Boxing, unfinished business, scheduled for March 29th in Manchester. Has been postponed. A further update will be issued next week, including a new date for the event. Okay, now we gotta get to the Dillon Danis tweets, and we all know what Dillon Danis does on his Twitter, okay? When he was fighting Logan, he went absolutely ballistic, posting pictures of his wife in a bunch of different scenarios and just humiliating them the entire time. So yeah, this type of response is pretty expected from Dillon. So he starts by saying, ha, pussy at KSI. Then he quote tweets KSI's video and says, I remember my first cold. Then he says, played in a full charity soccer match 2 weeks ago, but has been, quote, sick for 3 weeks. So it really depends how much you trust KSI on this. I don't think he would go through the effort of, like, faking his voice or whatever. I did think it was convenient that he did cough on video. That's pretty funny. But also, it's possible that maybe in the charity match, like, he had, like, symptoms of a cold, like he had a blocked nose or something like that, but then he had the energy, right? Sometimes when you're sick, you only have those symptoms, but you actually have all your energy and you don't have like a fever or anything like that, and that's why he could play in the match. So people responding, illness can be progressive. He may have just started out with a mild cold, manageable with cold and flu tablets and fluids. Don't try and call him out for not being sick, because if he wanted to pull out of this fight, he would have just done so. Postponement isn't the same thing. So that's another thing, like he hasn't completely pulled out, that it might be rescheduled to later, but also this is KSI we're talking about, the guy who said he's gonna fight Jake 7 years ago. So, you know, we never know. But again, he is fighting Dillon, which obviously nobody's gonna be afraid of. And also, who is buying tickets to this match, man? Like, nobody wants to see this. You're probably going to get scammed if you're one of the people that actually shows up for this. I think your autonomous right to handle your own money needs to be revoked because you are incompetent at handling money if you're wasting your money on dumb shit like this. People are making edits. KSI's next video pulled out laughing at myself. Basically, if you don't get the reference, KSI has a series on his channel called Laughing at Some Person, and he's done it with Alex Wasabi. I think he's done it with Dillon Danis as well. So yeah, this is tough. Now Dillon is bringing up old tweets. KSI tweeted out, "You're right, I don't pull out of fights in 2023," and Dillon tweets out, "This aged well." And this was in response to, "You're not me, kid. Stop it. Tommy left his girl to go on Love Island." So again, KSI is just showing KSI being immature as hell. We already know Dillon is an absolute turd as well. And here's where it starts to get too far. People are replying saying, leak his girlfriend. I even DM'd you it. Drop the girlfriend pic or stop, bro. So basically, Dillon was making fun of Logan's girlfriend. So now, I don't know why people want him to leak KSI's girlfriend, who is private, and I don't think nobody knows who that actually is. So that would be a complete violation of privacy. That would be doxing, and I do not support that. That's horrible. Don't do that. Now KSI responds saying, I haven't pulled out, you cretin, it's postponed, your punishment is just getting delayed. Somebody responds, if you want me to deal with him personally, just say the word JJ, I'll do whatever you say. Is this a 13-year-old? This has got to be a 13-year-old, man. That's still pulling out. Dillon Danis, 2 knee surgeries, 30-pound weight disadvantage, dealing with BS lawsuit, carried all the promotion, never boxed before, showed up. KSI, runny nose, pulled out. That's pulling out. You pulled out, I had my entire family flying from Uganda. Okay. That's a meme. That's gotta be a meme. Now,
Co-producer is gonna give you unique sounds that fits your track in seconds. First, let it listen.
one of these accounts caught a screenshot from KSI. KSI threatens to put a number on Dillon Danis' head after he threatened to reveal the identity of KSI's girlfriend. So apparently KSI quote tweets Dillon saying, if you want a number on your head, go ahead. But this looks very fake to me. Like, where is the likes? Where is the, like, the retweets? Why is it completely, like, if I go on KSI's account right now, I can't see the tweet. So either he deleted it or this is completely fake. And if this is real, this is going way too far, obviously, on KSI's end as well. I don't think he'd be stupid enough to tweet something like this. If he actually did, holy shit, but I think this is fake. Attacking a man's girl or family is lowball. They aren't in the limelight. Better if he went after KSI directly. I would say yes, and I still don't advocate any of that, but let's not forget what KSI did, like, literally right before this, when he was about to box that footballer. He brought up a drama from over a decade ago where a man got cheated on, and he made fun of the guy that got cheated on. That is absolutely astronomical, cringe. So KSI does bring family members into it as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if people did the same to him. but it is still a shitty thing to do, and I think nobody should be doing it because it's just cringe. It's like if you're a man, you know, you go after the same person, you know? KSI girlfriend reveal, if you want a number on your head, clown to clown communication, actually true. Both are going way too far. I hope this doesn't escalate at all because this is just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I wanted to quickly look at the face-off between KSI and Dylan Dennis, and this was posted 2 days ago, so I don't know, timeline's pretty weird here if KSI was actually sick. It was probably recorded in the past though.
Oh, you finally showed up?
Always show up.
Not with me.
Come on.
You did show with me.
You can see the
2
forehead
years
now,
ago.
finally. I've never seen it
Yeah,
before.
man. I mean, when I fight, you're gonna see this.
I know I'm gonna be hidden. Private
You
school.
don't remember that you
know
pulled
that.
out the fight?
Okay, yeah. Well,
You pulled
I'm
out
here
the
now.
fight,
I'm here
basically
now.
tried to ruin the whole event. And I had to
here
fight
now.
Temper instead.
Who's terrible, and if we saw what happened.
So you pulled out.
And
Yeah, I did.
What was the reason for pulling out? Dylan?
Disclose reasons. I'm not gonna go into it, because if he says something, then there's gonna be a fight.
Right.
You know what it is, so yeah. If you
Okay,
want to do that, you're gonna get hurt.
No, I mean,
If you want to speak on that, then
I'm
then
not-
yeah,
we're
okay,
not,
I
we're not
respect
gonna
that.
go. We won't go there.
Okay,
we don't need to
I
go
respect,
there. We don't need to
you
go
did
there.
go
do
there.
we?
I just wanted to see if you would say it to my face.
We don't need to go there.
You,
And KSI, are you worried that he won't turn up on March 29th?
He will. He's getting sued by Logan Paul.
yeah, a guy that you
You're
associate
getting
with.
sued, buddy.
That just knows that
you need all the money.
That just
you
shows
can
that
get
that just
to
shows
come
that you're
through.
not from the streets, bro.
Bro.
You're hanging out with a guy that sues people. Who that do that?
Bro, you don't know what I'm about to do to you, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, well, that just didn't happen. KSI was the one that actually ended up pulling out, which is shocking for sure. But this entire video is like cut up shots of like Dylan just making fun of KSI's forehead.
You know, it's funny. He's a good kid. I met you. Remember when you came to SPG? How long ago was that?
I don't remember.
And he sat in the gym. And he was like humble, sitting there playing video games, asking me for autographs and stuff.
I definitely did
Yeah,
not
he did.
do that.
You don't remember this?
Nope.
There's a picture of us.
Don't remember.
Yeah, he was.
Now I know I got a forehead, but goddamn.
He's like a nice, humble kid. He's like a little brother to me, you know?
Why have you not posted that picture on X?
It
Yeah.
has been posted. I think
Well, show it.
I don't have it on me, on my phone.
I mean,
I'll post it after.
I
He
took
was
a
a
picture
good
of
kid.
Connor.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, not you.
I'm telling you, you did.
I
Yeah,
don't
for
think anyone
autograph.
gives a you.
I'm telling you, ask for
You're
autograph. I
literally
signed your forehead.
a stain
On
on
what?
this earth.
I signed your forehead. That has got to be the most diabolical statement anyone has ever said to KSI. Now, I don't know if the story is true at all, like KSI was like a fan of Dylan or something and came up to him in the past or something. I don't know, that doesn't seem to add up. KSI doesn't seem to recognize that story at all. I think he would remember if someone signed his forehead. That's definitely a joke or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, KSI's just getting toasted here. Dylan might be a clown, but he's a good roaster, I'll give him that.
On Earth, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
you're not?
You're
You
no,
didn't.
not at all. I'm
Don't make
going
me
to
get
get
into
rid
this
of you
stuff.
for
Stop.
good,
Yeah, okay.
and then it'll be done.
Dude, no one knows you in America. No one knows I'm fighting you.
That is actual
No one
cap.
knows even you.
That's cap. I
It's
got
true.
a gold with thick of it. People know me.
That's because TikTok.
So people know me then.
They don't know your
Idiot.
song. There's song.
They know me.
Song is catchy, I can't lie.
Yeah, it's you're complimenting me.
Yeah, it's a
While they're
catchy
showing me at
song.
the same time.
Well, I can't say it's a catchy song. Well, I can't give you a compliment on that. It's a catchy song.
Oh man.
It's but it's catchy. There's songs that are catchy,
Cool.
right? Am I wrong?
It's a good song. But
It's
Dylan,
not a good song. It's catchy.
Dylan,
It's
on-
catchy.
on-
You still call yourself KSI. You're 32 years old. You gotta let it go.
Sure.
You took out the bandana. You're growing up. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
cool.
Look,
You
Dylan,
get to see
Dylan,
it, bro.
It's
against
crazy,
Logan
bro.
Paul.
But
Dylan.
why don't you get that fixed? You got money.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
People
Come on.
think or
Stop
say.
I actually feel bad for KSI here. He's just getting toasted. Like, I don't know why KSI would not have it covered in this particular like face-off. He has it covered like all day, every day, everywhere. He could be sitting on the toilet at home. He'll be wearing his bandana. But for some reason, when he gets to the face-off with Dylan, he decides to take it off, and the jabs just keep coming and coming. And there's really no like way to defend yourself or like a good rebuttal for this. He's just getting toasted left and right.
In recent interviews, you've said you are definitely knocking out Dylan Dennis.
Yeah, yeah.
You stand by that?
Yes.
He's gonna
stand
say
by
you
it.
said that about Tommy too.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
what happened?
But I put on how many pounds? Like 25 pounds.
Oh my God, who cares about weight?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, real
weight-
fighters don't
weight
care
is-
about weight.
Weight is very important.
No, it's not.
I didn't do a walk
I'll
cut.
fight any of these guys
I didn't do a
anyway.
walk cut for that fight.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I was the exact weight that we were meant to fight at.
I'll fight anybody. I was gonna fight Eddie Hall. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If you're a real fighter, you're about weight.
All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah. How much do you weigh now?
Cool. I don't need to tell you.
Okay, Dylan is all talk, no bite. Obviously, he will talk a lot of trash and then in the ring basically do nothing and run away. And KSI, you know, he trash talks a ton. He probably won't live up to it exactly. Like, he'll probably just win the fight. He probably won't get a knockout or anything because Dylan's just going to run away or whatever. But, yeah, weight obviously does matter in a boxing fight. If somebody's way heavier, it's going to be harder to knock them out. That's why there's, like, weight classes and shit like that. I don't know what's going on here. This is so like, such an awkward interview. Receding hairline versus proceeding hairline. You still call yourself KSI, you're 32 years old. You asked for an autograph, I signed your forehead. You've got money, why don't you fix that? In prison, he'd be holding my pocket. Dylan's a masterclass troll. I know we're supposed to hate him, but I find this dude hilarious. He puts up troll fighters and just does whatever he wants. The fact that he's still getting fights, dude's a top tier troll. Dennis is that dude you want on your side when you're in the argument game. Man has a common cold and acting like he has a mystery illness dies from cringe. What about all the other fighters that have been training their ass off and now aren't fighting because JJ needs a cough drop? Okay, I do feel bad for the other fighters on the event because it's not just a 1v1 thing. There's a bunch of undercards or whatever going on the event. I mean, I guess they're saying they're just going to postpone it, right? So you'll still get to fight, but, you know, it's different from, you know, being prepared on that day or the week before. Sometimes you got to specifically diet down to reach a specific weight class or gain weight or something like that. Hotels, plane tickets, and all need to be refunded. A lot of their money can't be fully refunded. I understand the want for a better event and things to all be done right. Personally, I lost over 1K over a non-refundable hotel and flight tickets for the flight week. I'm broke. I'm a little confused here because isn't it like next week? So like, why would you be flying down a week earlier? I mean, maybe this is true or maybe they're trolling. I can't tell. Honestly, it's hard to tell now. Bro's in the sick of it. That's a classic. A classic. Anyways, KSI back with
Alright, y'all. That's kind of crazy how he pretty much caught a cold. He got sick and then he backed out the fight. That is kind of lame. Like, you just had like a stuffy nose or something. Well, then 2 weeks ago you were just playing in that charity soccer event. Outside, running around the field. Yeah, I'm going to get at y'all on the next one. I might actually do that Jack Gordy one, who knows? But I'm gonna get at y'all the next one. I'll see y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, please. You know, try.